have not reached the Adam Galaxy. That's not yet. Don't have an. But here we go, boys. Here we go. Here. Alright, boys. Alright, there goes T-Ball. So, welcome, gentlemen. I just need to sort out my thing. My cat on my desk. Shut my door. Lonely. But, welcome, gentlemen, to the NABS F1 Friday race at Most, Autodrom Most in Czech Republic. We will be here at one of the fan favourite races for the NABS calendar. Very much looking forward to commentating over it for you guys. Just need to double check that my audio is working. No Adam today. Unfortunately, no. Unfortunately not, Flo, but I will be trying my best to imitate the Lord and Saviour that is Adam Galaxy. He is doing a 24-hour race. That's the Nürburgring, so he will be a little bit preoccupied. So I hope that I can fill in and do some decent commentary. Booga booga cargo wa, exactly, protecti. If you guys can tell me just really quick that my audio's fine, you guys can hear me fine, that you can hear the game fine, everything's working great. That's what I kind of would like to know. First time I'm streaming in a while. Mic quiet, okay. Take a look at that for you. Let me just... very hard. Recording. All right. So is that better now, or is that too loud now? Can you guys hear me fine? Should be in theory better. But we will start qualifying in 5 minutes. Well, sorry, less than 5 minutes. Way better, thank you. Alright, appreciate it, man. 2 seconds. We will start the qualifying in 2 minutes. We'll start the qualifying in 2 minutes. We're going to start the qualifying in 2 minutes.
Nice.
Hello, boys.
Hello.
We'll start the qualifying in 2 minutes.
You're joining a minute as well.
Qualifying will start in 2 minutes. Hey, don't swear on my stream! Alright, qualifying will start in 2 minutes. Hello, boys. Qualifying will start in 2 minutes. Sorry. Sorry about that, gentlemen. Just had to quickly, what's it called, do that. I had a very rude man, Timis, swearing on the stream. Not very family friendly. Not very good at all. I realised the chat is looking really, like, washy for some reason. Not 100% sure why. But, unfortunately, I can't fix that now, as we are going to go into quali relatively soon. With these beautiful, beautiful drivers. We'll have a little ride along with a couple of these drivers on whilst we what's it called? Whilst we wait for it. So 1 more minute and we will start quali. How are you? Is 15 cars crashing into 100% lethal crashes family friendly? Relatively. I would say that is more than family friendly. I would say that you've got to have a little bit of crashing to keep the sport alive, you know. We're clearly the sport was at its peak when in the 50s, where people were dying every day. It's very, very good. No, not very good. Shout out to everyone's families. I don't know. But yeah, Senna disagrees. Well, can't really disagree when he's dead, but obviously very bad thing to say when he's on his Memorial Day. But rest in peace, Senna, one of the greatest F1 drivers ever graced our sport. It's very, very sad that we obviously lost that driver. I think it's 30 years ago, or no, sorry, 32 years ago. I think maybe 31. I don't remember. It was 1994, so 32 years ago. Very, very dark day, and the death of Roland Ratzenberger as well. Very sad for both of these drivers. Having to watch a little spin from Pids as we will head into the practice into the qualifying now. So we'll have a little rundown on the first little quali session. We'll have a little look at the standings. Actually, we'll have a little look at the calendar. But you guys can have a look at the nice little bit here. I'm going to stop talking for a little bit so you guys can watch the nice graphic. Actually, I might as well commentate over it. Obviously, we have Most today, the third round going into this season. We've already finished one of our special events. Elton John Most, one of almost easiest tracks on the calendar in my graceful opinion, but also very, very challenging because you've got so much different to think about comparatively to a lot of other tracks you're driving around. It's super simple, really easy to overtake, really easy to pass, really easy to follow, but actually that's the part of the challenge, I would say. Moving on to the previous race summary, we had 13 Bot, myself, winning the race in Mugello, then followed by Malta Goats, Takoda, Tybalt, and then Steve rounding out the top 5. We have the Drivers' Championship. I am leading in P1 at the moment, with Tybalt in P2 on 52 points. Takoda moving up to third. Great result of a P3 finish. Sixter and Alex moving down one place. Pids moving up one place. Steve moving up 2. Maltagoat with a new driver in P8. First race, got a second place. Very well done. And looking at the P16 to 30, a couple of new drivers. Hedy Mack, who has secured himself a position in a seat now. He is racing for Super Aguri and Duck. His first race, scoring points for the Lotus, not the Lotus, sorry, the Jaguar team. I think it's the Jaguar. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the Jaguar team. Then we have the mostly independent teams. We have some new drivers who raced last race. VHP, Damien Raccoon, JP Becker. Congrats on them finishing the race last race. And race highlights, we had pole position was Sigger with a, I can't tell what time it was, but moving on to the fastest lap of T-Ball, 1:21.061, and then Maltagoat. Then we had what's it called? Yeah. Constructors' Championships. These aren't fully correct on the Tier 2, but we have McLaren leading Porsche, Ferrari, Williams and Honda really close at the top, only 3 points. Potentially it might swing this race, but Timis and Siggy and Tibor are looking to get their first wins of the season. Here we look at Tier 2. This is incorrect at the moment, unfortunately, but it will get rectified for the next race as they score their own point system, but this has unfortunately not been... thank you very much, William. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. I hope you have a fantastic race yourself. So, I think it is actually Toro Rosso. But here is the Constructors' progression of Tier 1. You see that in round 1, Porsche and McLaren are glued to each other, and then the gap's slightly closed after round 2 in Mugello. But very good steady progress, a great jump for Williams in that P2. Joe Milan in P1 obviously taking over, scoring some decent points. Honda stalling a tiny bit, but scoring some points, which was very good. As we're riding around with Spider Monkey out on track at the moment. Constructors' positions, we have Toro Rosso, but again, this is wrong, so we will have to rectify this for the future. But overall, a very competitive season so far for Tier 1 and Tier 2. I will show when I have the chance of what the things are. But there we go. We will go around back to the calendar next round at Bahrain. But today is Most. May the 1st. 1st of the May will be an absolutely fantastic race to watch for all of you guys. So... we will. Why is Spider Monkey's thing like grainy? We will have a little ride along, but I'm not sure what's just happened here. But Cran seemed to go into the back of what's it called? I don't know who that was. It might have been Damien in the Spiker. But either way, we have Pids potentially on a hot lap, potentially on a starter lap. but this will be the start of his qualifying overall. Have a little look at the ride along. Fastest sector 2 is Heddy Mack. Heddy Mack had a fantastic result out in Michello as a reserve driver, now being bumped up to a full driver. As we can see below at the times, Heddy Mack with a green sector 1, a purple sector 2, and another purple sector, but not enough to dethrone Gold Ginger in P1. But with a time of we'll just check with my live timings open, with a 1:1:05, that it puts him almost 3/10 slower than Gold Ginger, with 2 purple sectors. So potentially a bit of a mistake on the first sector because he lost 5/10. So clearly he gained 2/10 through the last 2 sectors. So very much that it should have been a pole position if he hadn't made the mistake that I fear he had made. We'll have another ride along with Pids, very clean through here, just setting green sectors, nothing special at the moment, but see if he can keep it tidy. A little bit late on the apex there. See if he can get onto this apex. He does. He nibbles the inside apex, get a really good exit out of the corner and see where it puts him. It does move him in front of Heddy Mack. Unfortunately, I can't see the lap count, but that is very frustrating. I'm going to quickly just check the... can't seem to change that, unfortunately. Yeah, can't seem to change that, but either way, we will just ride along with Pids on it. He's clearly gone on another lap. There's a few drivers in front, potentially on outlaps, or maybe they've had a bit of an issue. Flo, the German, over to the right, and then not Tyler, the Irishman, right in front of him, doing a very good job for BMW. We're going to ride along, actually, with Flo, but Flo doesn't seem to be on a lap. We'll have a look at Lelouch. Lelouch potentially on an outlap. We will have a look to see if he is. Lelouch, yeah, he is on outlap, so we will ride along with Lelouch on a hot lap coming into this, coming into the final corner. Before we do that, we'll see what Badu's going to do. Badu with no wheels, unfortunately, but even so, he's on a very good lap at the moment. He is down in the second sector on his personal best, but potentially could get a very good result here. Again, a very impressive driver who stepped up into a full-time seat. He crosses the line. What time is going to be? It is a 1:2:02. Unfortunately, 3/10 off of his personal best. But we're going to go back to Lelouch to see how he's doing. All right, just taking a sip of water. Keep my mouth dry. Keep my mouth dry. Keep my mouth wet. As it is. Lelouch, a very, very experienced driver through and through NABS, one of the loveliest guys we know on the server. He's getting better and better every season, so I'm really hoping he sets a really good lap here. He's a little bit wide on the entry and he's trying to get the car stopped. A little bit too much speed, but a very nice apex on this second corner. Does he hit this apex? Absolutely nails this apex on this one. Gotta keep the mouth dry. Yes, sir, William Sigger. That's where it's at. Coming into the final last 2 corners, he goes to the outside. He cuts back in all over. This inside corner seems very, very challenging for these drivers to be able to get close to. But gee, seems like a tiny lap from Lelouch. Let's see where it puts him. It will put him into a 1:03:4. So I'm not 100%. It puts him in 16th, which is actually not a bad time at all. It puts him 3rd from the back, but actually a very good improvement. Puts him right into the battle compared to these drivers. He is also on another lap, so we won't ride along too much longer with Lelouch, as I think there are some other drivers. Drass, my very good friend, Drass, back in the Red Bull, the first race he's back this season. It's a track he knows very, very well. It's a track he's very confident at. I think Andrew letting a driver pass, very well done from Andrew. Let's see if Drass can push Lelouch a little bit down into outside the top 16. Let's see if Drass can nail the top 10. I believe he very much has the pace and has the grit for it. So we'll watch him going around the last 2 sectors. You see, he's a lot tighter than Lelouch was going through that last sector. This one maybe a little bit cautious, but Duck has set the fastest middle sector. I think Drass is actually on an out lap, unfortunately. But since he has started his lap now, he will be on his lap. These guys only have 2 minutes left, so this could be the last lap that Drass is going to have to consolidate his position or potentially get better. We'll have a little look. Henny Mac over off on the track, over to the right. That might be it for his qualifying if he can't get around. Doesn't seem like he'll have the time to be able to do another lap. Though these laps are very, very short, he could potentially do it. Have a look through this corner. He absolutely nails the apex a little bit over. Is that a track cut? I'm not sure, but Drass is going to continue on. Drass is off the track. Unfortunate for Drass. It's really, really unfortunate. He looked like he was on a really good lap. We'll have a look at that. Apologies for that bang sound. Not really sure what that was, but we'll have a look at the guy who is the fastest at the moment. It is Gold Ginger going through the second sector, potentially looking for a very, very competitive position here in the Tier 2. Spiker not having the best of seasons so far with Damien and Gold Ginger, but as it stands, Damien P15, but Gold Ginger in P1, and Gold Ginger is off the track. A lap of what could have been. So unfortunate for that little Munchkin man. Very, very much off the track. I don't know why I call him a Munchkin man. But we'll have a little look to see who is coming across the line. Have a look at Flo. Flo is on his last lap, but potentially with the time looking like till the end, he does look like he will have enough time to finish this lap. 1 minute left on the clock. You only need 1 minute, 1 second. Is Flo going to be able to produce a lap out of here? Maybe get a purple sector in somewhere. Get himself into the top 5 and compete for that very, very well deserved top 5 in Tier 2. So competitive out here. It is a green sector, but he's not improving by much. Someone's off on the right. I think that was Kranz. Kranz with the P5. He can be very happy with that. Only 4/10 off of the Tier 2 pole. Flo on a 1-2-1. It's 2/10 down in the middle sector, but there is still a final sector to do. He's a little bit late on the brakes and he's off the track. Unfortunate for Flo. Really, really unfortunate. We'll have a look on with Niche. Niche is a double green sector. Can Niche pull something out of the bag and put himself into top 5? Let's see if he crosses the line. Where does that put him? It puts him in P6. Still 2/10 off, but a fantastic lap right at the end when he needed it. We'll have a look to see who is that on the track still. That is Lelouch coming across the line. Let's see if he can improve. He cannot, unfortunately. Very well done from him because he wouldn't have been able to complete his lap. We'll have a little look at the people that are going across the lap. Sorry for the flashing. Got home earlier than expected. You are allowed to join, Joe Milan, if you would like. You can still join this race. Very much. It's going to be very fun. Sure that you can do a last to first, Joe Milan. You're a competent enough driver. We'll have a little rundown of all these drivers. So Gabriel Grossi, who was that with the one off? Yuso, one of our very good friends from RAF. Then we have Maltagoat, P2 out on the track last race. Then we have Stephen H. Cheese, T-Ball in front of him, Timis in front of him. Then we have, for the first lap of Most in Tier 1. Can you not hear the cars? Oh, sorry. I forgot to unmute the thing. Thank you for telling me, Joe Milan. I really appreciate that, man. So, here we go. Siggy coming through these corners. You can just see the massive difference of why these guys are in Tier 1. He's so clean. He's maybe made a mistake with that lockup. But very, very much still a very good lap. Look how committed he's through this corner. Maybe could have got on the power a little bit earlier. As you can see, he left a lot of room on the outside of the corner. He's carrying the number 44 with pride of Lewis Hamilton. Sigster is the first driver to potentially set a lap here, and it could already be a pole position setting lap. With a purple middle sector, he might already dethrone Gold Ginger. As much Gold Ginger set a great lap. These Tier 1 drivers are different gravy. we are going to see them cross the line. Does he go pole? Siggy does go pole by 0.4 of a second, a 0.784. Then we have T-Ball right behind doing a going into P2 with a 0.93. Don't know what happened to a Timis. But unlucky for him, he's going to be able to. Luckily for him, he's going to be able to do another lap. T-Ball choosing not to go out on another lap. We will have a little ride along of the drivers that are on another lap. I think Timis was a driver that is staying out for 2 laps. P5, mate, I'm naked. Dear God. Who's P5? Upstop Zob. Is that who? Is that you, Kranz? I'm assuming it's you, Kranz, because you were P5. Or Pidsed. Ah, God damn it. I gotta sort this out, gentlemen. Sorry about that. I hate these little ottos, mate. That's where it's at. Not very good. Alright. Sorry about that, boys. But we're still on board with Timis. I think Timis has gone back to the pit, so he's going to try and go out for another thing. There is no wind on this track. Thank you very much for the graphic. But even so, potentially we can see what Gabriel Grossi is doing. The replacement for the Porsche driver today. I'm so slow, bro. Some guy called Tyler. Do they need to refuel here? Flo, no, there is no refueling allowed in these cars. So it's going to be very much a very even playing field for all of the drivers at the start of the race. Everyone's going to be on a heavy car. Everyone's going to be on a heavy set of tyres. So generally, as most people know, this is a very good lap from Gabriel Grossi. Honestly, he's keeping it very tight. He's keeping it very clean. He had a little bit of an off, but even so, I think it potentially is an outlap, but. Where is Mr. Not Tyler? He is P17, but even so, it's a very good effort from you. So we have a ride along with Dakota. Dakota has just got home. It's a little bit wide. It would be a track cut, so potentially might have to back out of it. But I'm sure Dakota has a lot more to give on these last 3 minutes. He is backing out. Yeah, I'm sure you'll have an absolutely fantastic race, Mr. Not Tyler. I'm sure you will. Got to get lucky with the safety cars, but even so, I think race pace is what matters, Not Tyler. I think you've got the grit for it. Just keep your nose clean, and you'll do well. So we're riding along with these drivers. I would like to still see where Timis is at the moment, because Timis hasn't set a lap. I'm actually going to see if Multigoat. This is Gabriel Grossi. Timis is not actually 100% sure. There Timis is. We'll have a little ride along with Timis. One of the drivers haven't set his lap yet. As we can see, Siggy has started another lap, and Multigoat. Well, actually, since Timis is on a hot lap, 11th, not Tyler's biggest fan. I'm not sure he's 11th, unfortunately. I think he's more. I think he's dropped down since the P15. Is Timis cooked? I think. I don't know this guy. He's your biggest fan, man. You gotta have some fans. I would just like to say I really thank you guys for watching the stream. We have 18 people watching. It's absolutely lovely to see so many people watching. As we ride along with Multigoat coming into the second sector, he is down on his personal best, but since he hasn't started a lap, who knows where that personal best is going to last him. Great driver. He's clearly very, very good. Hello, Turbo. He's very, very good around this track, around with these cars. Looking at the live timings from the practice, he was one of the fastest drivers on track. Coming around the last corner, so tight on the exit. Let's see where he crosses the line. He moves up to P4, a very, very respectable time. We'll have a little ride along with Gabriel Grossi, it looks like. Gabriel Grossi not finishing his lap, unfortunately, but Dakota is going to finish his lap. We'll have to see where Intimis is, because I don't actually know where Intimis is. Because he is the only one who hasn't set a decent lap. We're now up to 21 viewers. Very good. So Timis coming around the final corner. Can Timis potentially snatch a P5 here? This might be the end of the lap. He's going to be able to do 2. He is P6. This is a great start for Timis. We are going to ride along just to see where he ends up finishing. I'm very much looking forward to seeing if he can get into the top 5. The top 5. Gold Ginger, I will say, fantastic lap from him. An amazing, amazing job from the Tier 2 driver. I was saying that these, these Tier 1 drivers are different gravy, but still being in the top 5 after all these Tier 1 drivers have done their laps is amazing. So he can be really, really proud of what he's achieved, even if he does get bumped down by a few faster drivers on these last laps. So I think Yuso won't be able to finish his time. I can see Takoda on a lap. I'm not sure he's going to be able to finish his time, but either way, a great turnout for those drivers. There is a driver stopped on the last straight. I'm not sure who that is. It could be Gabriel Grossi, but Timis coming across the line. Is he going to be able to improve? He crosses the line. He goes to P3. A great improvement from what's it called? A great improvement from Timis up to P3. He puts him right into the fight of Timis is cooking. He puts him right into the fight for the podium. So, gentlemen, we will shortly go back to the standings, but just a quick rundown of I'll have a little rundown once we get into very interesting. We will have a little rundown of the drivers that are on the grid. So we'll quickly get myself back to pits. I've made that mistake in the past previously, but we have Mr. T-Ball in P1, a McLaren front row. I think the first time this season a McLaren lock out the front row. Sixter in P2 in the second McLaren running the 44. Then we have Intimis in P3. Takoda in the Ferrari, the first Ferrari in the top 10 in P4. Multigoat on the back of a P2 around Mugello, a very good result in P5. Gold Ginger in P6, an amazing result, amazing qualifying result for him in this season so far. I think that is his first pole in Tier 2. Pids has got to be a little bit disappointed. People were saying this guy should be in Tier 1, this guy shouldn't be racing with the Tier 2s, but I think Gold Ginger and Duck have showed that the level of Tier 2 driver is so much higher than people give them credit for. Sorry, gotta quickly take a drink again. Mr. Duck in P8 in the beautiful Lotus. So many amazing liveries. I would just like to say shout out to Kai Allen or Turbo Powered Gooning or Doug Ferry in the chat. He made the majority of these liveries and they're absolutely bloody fantastic. Yuso in P9. A little bit disappointed, I can imagine, with that position, but even so it puts him in a very good position for very good points. Hedy Mack, his first race as a full-time driver in the Super Aguri in P10, can be very, very happy about that. P4 in Tier 2. Then we have Stephen H. Cheese in I think he's in P11. Stephen H. Cheese in P11. Then we have Kranz in the Lamborghini, a beautiful, beautiful livery in P12. Niche in the other Lotus in P13. Lotus looking very, very good. Looking like the very competitive team out of all of them. Most drivers are a little bit spread apart, but Lotus actually quite close in P8 and P13. Very well done from him. Spider Monkey can be a little bit disappointed with that. Spider Monkey clearly potentially a top Tier 2 driver, but down in P14 is not probably really where he would want to be. Badu in P15, another driver that's gotten their jump up to the first division series within Toyota in Tier 2. Daniel J in P15 didn't look like he was going to potentially join us, but congratulations for making the grid. Looking forward to seeing you. In P16 we have Flo, first race for Flo as a non-reserve driver, and I think a first race overall, but I hope he has a fantastic race on this one. Not Tyler, as he said in the chat, is very disappointed, but we'll stay on this guy a little bit longer because we do have Not Tyler's #1 fan in the chat. Have a little look at that beautiful, beautiful livery. Then we will have Vibe Officer in P19 in the Renault. Unfortunately, his teammate cannot be here, and I think the reserve driver cannot be here either, unfortunately. Then we have Manry in P... I don't actually know what position he's in. Daniel J... maybe P20? So, yes. Yeah, Mannery is P20. Then we have Zoronic in P21. Gabriel Grossi in P22. Then we have Lelouch in P23. Dras in P24. And Andrew rounding out the grid in P25. But overall, a very, very good turnout for all of these drivers. And congratulations for everyone that has made it to the start lines. We will have a little ride along. We will see how the drivers get along on the start. Is there any other camera? There isn't, unfortunately. I was hoping there would be a nice start camera, but it doesn't look like there is. This one's quite nice, I think. Sorry about this, boys. I'm just nice. I think I'll switch to this one because it looks very very good from the onboard. Man, my mouth gets so dry. All praise to Alam Galaxy. I don't know how he does it, but here we go, boys. We have 6 red lights, not 5 red lights, not 4 red lights. Here we go. We have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and away we go. It is a great start from Timis. It looks like we'll ride along with T-Ball. T-Ball looks like he's been jumped by Sixter into turn 1. Both of them are really, really close. Have a look. Does Sixter stick up to the inside? T-Ball is still next to Sixter. Timis looking around the outside. Takoda's made a mistake. Does he hit anyone? He does. Steve off the track. Pinched off the track. Multigo off the track. Yuso has gone up to P5. Amazing stuff from him. Kranz into P6. Someone's come off very, very badly. I think Steve was in that incident. Dakota still managed to get P3 after going off the track. That might have to be investigated after the race. But what a start from those drivers. An amazing, amazing race. Yuso overtaking people, which is not very good. But an amazing start from these drivers. We're going to have a look to see what happened there. See if someone hit the back of Dakota potentially. You know, going across that thing. Does he just lose the thing? He does get hit by Pidst. Then he gets spun and he hits. Dakota hits Multigo off, hits Timis off, and then Spider Monkey Kranz and Yuso gaining so many positions. So it looks like potentially what's it called? Potentially a lot of these drivers have come off badly. Gabriel Grossi seeming like he's overtaking people under the safety car, but either way, we'll have a little look at that again from the back this time to see what kind of unfolded. But you see Daniel J going into the back of Badu. Stephen HG seemingly coming off the worst out of everyone. Really, really unfortunate. Daniel J nearly, sorry, not Tyler, nearly killing someone. But safety car is now officially out. We will run down the order since we have a decent order now. So we have Sixter in P1 who has jumped T-Ball. Unfortunately, Timis has been dropped out of the P top 3. Dakota managing to almost keep P3, even though completely not his fault. Taking over, getting taken out by Pids, and then obviously that unfortunately involved into taking out, I think, Multigo. That was Multigo being down at P9. Then we have Yuso in P4. An amazing start from him, avoiding most of the collisions. Very, very lucky. Then we have Timis in P5. Not a bad start. Not what he wanted. Completely awful incident that he couldn't have done anything about, I don't think. I think Multigo completely ran him out of road, but that was obviously constituted from Dakota getting hit by Pids. Then we have Kranz. Great start from Kranz. Very late safety car coming in from the drivers. We'll see if this makes any issues with them. But Spider Monkey now in P7, Pids P8, Multigo in P9. Not Tyler. This is the man we want to see. This is the man everyone's loving. In P10, in the top 10, boys. We'll have a little ride along with Sixter. He has gone. He's obviously probably communicated that to his teammate T-Ball, or maybe he hasn't, because it's such a big gap that almost potentially it might have been a single coordinated thing that Sixter has taken it where he has. We'll have a little look at Yuso and Timis. Are they going to make it through cleanly? Timis around the outside. Is he going to make the corner? He doesn't really make the corner. Oh, and he's hit Yuso. Yuso is off into the gravel. We'll have to see if Yuso can keep going. But a really unfortunate... And he's been hit by Kranz. Kranz trying to make a move, hitting the rear of it. And Timis is being swamped at the moment. Is Kranz going to try and send a move down the inside here? He isn't. He's hit Timis. He's absolutely taken out Timis. That's so unfortunate for Timis. Kranz, an absolute diabolical send from nowhere. He was nowhere near alongside, and he's been taken out. An unlucky start again from Timis. And Timis now down. I can't see where he is. He's outside the top 16. But we'll have a little ride along with the top drivers. T-Ball looking for his first win. Holy, what a send. Yeah, amazing. We'll have to look at it on board again at some point when we get another safety car. But here we go. We are riding along board with it. Timis. Steve is off the track. Timis up to P15. He's got Flo right in front of him. An amazing start from some of these drivers, but definitely not Timis for the start of this race. Really unfortunate with these guys. Great start from Nice. There seems like there's a battle. Lelouch in P11. What an absolute amazing start from Lelouch. This might be the highest position I've ever seen Lelouch in. An amazing start. You just got to hope he can hold on to it. He can keep clean, because this is where this racing is at. It's chaotic. NABS is chaos. When you race it in the mid pack, in the behind, in the middle of the pack, a lot of the time it's whoever can survive is going to get these. You can see at the moment Manri, Vibe Officer, and actually I think that's Goldshit who's actually just made a move around the outside of Vibe Officer. A beautiful move around the outside there. We will have a look to see if anyone is behind Manri. Oh, the big crash! I just missed it. Was that not Tyler? That wasn't not Tyler. I think that might have been... I don't know who that was. I think that might have been Manri. I think Manri in the I think it was Manri, yeah. Manri in the Lamborghini. We'll have to see what happened there. Oh, Manri spun again. He's going to have to try and get out of the way. He's reversed onto the track. A terrible re-entry. He needs to hold his brakes. Everyone knows that. Dras having to drive backwards out of the pits. I've not seen that one before. But even so, what a race at the moment. We have in Timis. Obviously, Lelouch, I think, is laying these drivers past. Do you think it was? We'll have to ride along to see what happened with Manri and what's it called? Lelouch. Well, I don't know if Lelouch was close enough, honestly. I think Manri might have lost it himself. You're right, it was Lelouch. Unfortunately, I think Lelouch completely misjudged his braking point. Really unfortunate for Manri. He's just been absolutely taken out by Lelouch. Lelouch is probably going to have a penalty for that. Really unfortunate, because such a good race from him. We'll have a little ride along with Spider Monkey in P4 now. Multigoat all over the back of Spider Monkey. He's not left a huge amount of room on the inside. Spider Monkey shutting the door, as potentially is right of racing is. Multigoat wasn't alongside, but you've got to think with that momentum, it's very much an interesting one. And Multigoat, I think Spider Monkey has actually spun right in front of Multigoat. Here comes not Tyler, the stream's favourite in P6. He knows he's got the pressure of the stream, but he's delivering everything he can for this race for you guys. He's absolutely doing it. This is a phenomenal race from Not Tyler, when he said he wasn't that enthusiastic about this one. Sixer and T-Ball seem like they're absolutely miles ahead at the moment. We'll have a little ride along to see if they're going to do a bit of battling. I think they're probably going to be chilling a little bit, I think. If I was in their situation, I would chill. They've got a massive gap. They got nothing to lose. Their teammates, they can do racing at the end of the race. Once they build that gap, when they build up that space. But either way, we'll jump along with Timis, who was taken out at the start of the race. Really unfortunate for him. He seems to be just whittling down people in front of him. But see if there's any other racing. I think Multigoat and Takoda are actually racing very close to each other. Takoda's made a little bit of a mistake. Is Multigoat going to capitalise on it? Could this be the move for the double podium for Multigoat? Obviously, what's it called? T-Boy and Sixter missing out on their podiums last time, but this one, they're not going to be missing out on this time, so it is all for this one. Takoda all over the track at the moment. Multigoat slowing down, potentially at a penalty, I think. Pids now in P4. Is not Tyler going to get a podium? Is this is this a is this a redemption run of an absolute century from qualifying to the race? You know, he said he wasn't confident in his own words. He didn't know if he was going to do very well this race. But what a turnaround at the moment! We've got two tier 2 drivers battling it out for a potential podium at the moment. This is absolutely lovely to see. We've also got, you know, everyone else in the top. I think we've got an even split. I think we got to see five tier 1 and 5 tier 2 drivers in the top 10 at the moment. Niche and Vibe Officer and Spider Monkey doing a great job. Pidst, clearly, as we said, you know, should have potentially been a tier 1 driver, but even so, his qualities as a racer, maybe not as in qualifying. I don't know when the last time Pids got a pole in tier 2, but even so, the quality of driver Pids is through his consistency every single lap. Not Tyler as well. That's why I said if he keep your head clean, keep everything clean, you know, really can keep pushing and really can get into those positions where you make some really good points. We'll have a little ride along with Timis and not Tyler. Vibov's a bit of a cork in the bottle. This should be an easy pass for Timis, but he's got to be wary of, you know, Niche and Vibe Officer. He's got to just think these guys are not my fight. I need to get them past them cleanly and simply. I think I can actually see a driver off in the gravel and, on this straight, but it could just be a lapped car, I think, potentially. Sorry, needed a drink. I should really get one of those Adam Galaxy buttons where it's like drink some water, because goddamn, I need to drink some more water. My voice is already going. Is this going to be a move for it? Go! Tim is just touching the grass on the outside. Not Tyler is doing an absolutely fantastic job. Loving the support that he's getting. Flo down in P23. Really well done getting out the way there. But we'll have a little ride along with Not Tyler again. He's all over. Oh, Not Tyler might have actually made a mistake. I think he was actually in front of Spider Monkey, but he could have just been overtaken by Spider Monkey. Even so, an amazing result. This could be for either. Well, it could be a amazing result for all of the tier 2 drivers in the top 10 at the moment. Someone just set the fastest lap. I can't tell who it is, but it's probably one of the top 2. Sixter and T-Ball. We'll have a little ride along with T-Ball. Is he going to make a move this earlier on? I think he isn't. They're gonna little close to each other. They're gonna be sniffing each other. They're gonna try and maybe eke out a mistake here and there. But even so, we'll have another ride along with Timis, because he seems like he is the closest. Is Pids close enough to Dakota? He isn't. Multigo actually being overtaken by Pids as well. So potentially a mistake or a thing. At this point, I'm going to wait until there's a safety car, because this is absolute cinema right now. Isn't Timis going to try and make an overtake into one of the fastest corners? Is he going to at least be a little bit of a stick his nose there? He isn't. He goes a little bit wide. Is he going to have to slow down? He doesn't choose to. But even so, amazing from these guys. It seems like actually, unfortunately, Lelouch has dropped down to P18. I don't know if he's made a pit stop or not. I don't think anyone's made a pit stop at the moment. Actually, no, sorry. Gabriel Grossi has made a single pit stop, but that could have been because he flipped at the start. We're not 100% sure if that has happened or not. But we'll ride along with Drass. Drass, not really anywhere near anyone. He's off the track. Maybe won't have a little ride along with Drass, but here we go, back to the front as well. They're not really. I mean, they're not clearly not going at each other, but they're definitely what's it called? They're definitely showing each other. Oh, there we go, a little bit of a touch for teammates. Let's not take each other out, boys. Let's not have too much of an incident. You know, let's not take each other out from a potential 1-2 of the race. But either way, Six is really holding on very well. We have Dakota still hanging on to P3. Multigo seems to have dropped off quite a lot. I think potentially because he's on the Hypersofts. You can clearly see that these two drivers are on the Supersofts, and Multigo being on the Hypersofts means that maybe his tyres have gone off. But we'll see if he comes into the pits anytime soon. He is kind of comes into the pits. That was completely predictable there. You could see how much he was dropping off the back. But now we get to see the strategies unfold from the top 3, because Dakota and Pids, and now Not Tyler, have got to know Spider Monkey is back around the outside of Not Tyler. We'll have a little look on board. See if these guys can both make it through. Can Not Tyler defend his position? He can't, but not Spider-Monkey's gone a little bit deep. We'll have a little ride along with Not Tyler. Is he going to be able to get past? Are the McLarens going to take each other out soon? I'm hoping not. We never want to see teammates take each other out, but they got very, very close, Joe Millard. Very, very close. Very, very good racing between everyone at the moment. Is there anyone else racing? P18 has gone off for one reason or another. That was, I think, Drass going off into the gravel. But Stephen H. Cheese maybe building his way back up. You know, clearly not a result that he's wanted. I mean, he got taken out at the start, and I think he's been taken out a few times since then. So very, very unfortunate from him. We'll have a little ride along with Steve. Is he going to get Gold Ginger? Where's happened to Gold Ginger? Gold Ginger was so far up, and he's completely dropped down. It did Gold Ginger box? I think I did see Gold Ginger coming out of the pits. So potentially that could be that Gold Ginger has actually boxed, and Steve hasn't. So we'll have a little look. Yes, Gold Ginger and Multigo are the first drivers to box. Out of the pack. So I think there is a driver off at the moment. I think that might be Drass again, unfortunately. Timis all the way up to P7. Really, really good job from him, making some really clean passes. Trying to recover these positions. Everyone's got to know. He's got to know. Everyone in front of him's got to know he is a faster driver than the majority of these people. Maybe not T-Boy and Sixter, maybe Dakota's faster at this point. But saying that, Dakota has been passed by Pidst. He's spun. Pidst is now in a podium position. He's sliding all over the place. Sixter stayed out. T-Ball has boxed. We're going to have to see who is this. Niche is off on... It seems someone's crashed on the start turn. Lelouch in P16. Bro, Dakota, I know. Very unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate. And he's had to box as well. I know. Really not good for Dakota at all. Getting really unlucky at the start of the race with that incident. But even so, we're going to have to see. This is where I want to be riding along with Multigoat to see where he's going to come out comparatively, because we know the Multigoat had boxed a couple of laps earlier. Where is Multigoat? There he is. Multigoat's come out miles in front of Dakota. I think almost like 8 seconds in front of Dakota. You can see on the track map up here. This is Multigoat. This is Dakota. Multigoat's clearly also just done a massive undercut, but this could be great for his race, but how much is he going to sacrifice on this, and how long is it going to take him to get past Daniel J in P8? Another fantastic driver, a Czech driver at his own track. Forgot to mention, why is Daniel J let past Multigo? Potentially he got a cut, that might have been why. But just a shout out to all the Czech drivers in the race at the moment. We have Daniel J, we have Lelouch. And all the people in NABS as well. I'm hoping that a few of these Czech drivers are watching. I hope that Shindy and Toastic and all these lovely, lovely guys are watching this race, because it's an amazing, amazing race. And we have a look now at Daniel J coming into the pits. Everyone seems to be coming into the pits now. So we will have a look to see where Multigo is. Multigo's a P4. He's miles ahead of Pids. Look how far he is in front of Pids. Multigo making the right decision at the right time. It did look like Dakota and Pids was really struggling on those tyres, but that much of an undercut is massive. So Sixter's actually come out behind thing. Guys, I have to take a screenshot of this, but Not Tyler is leading the race regardless of the pit stops. Not Tyler is officially leading this race. He's going to have to come into the pit lane, but what a statement from qualifying. He wasn't happy. He said it in the chat. He wasn't happy with how he's done so far, but he can be very, very happy with that stint. We'll have a little ride along with these drivers again. So we'll look at Intimis. I think Intimis has made a pit stop now. So let's see if he undercuts Not Tyler, because he was behind Not Tyler at the time of the pit stop. I think he probably will. Yeah, unfortunate, Joe Milan, that he's not fighting for the win. I think T1 and Sixter are too far ahead, but we'll see where Not Tyler comes out. Not Tyler has only just come out a very modest 8, honestly, and he will have the benefit of newer tyres and fresher tyres, so he would potentially be able to go longer. Obviously, with this race, we only have the Hypersofts, Supersofts, and the Softs, so all these tyres super squishy. A lot of the drivers opting to go for either the Supersoft or the Hypersoft at the start of the race because they know that these tyres are going to go off. Very quickly. We'll have a little look with this battle coming up behind Spider Monkey. I think that might be a lapped car of Dras, if I'm not wrong, in P22. Not great race from him so far, but it is his first race back. We'll have a look. Unfortunately, it's really unfortunate that I think Yuso and Hedy both left after that initial crash. Really unfortunate because they could have. Multigo is overtaken. Multigo is in the P3 position now. He's in the podium, so it could be very much double podium. I think Endryu is the first drive-through of the race. Flo, unfortunately, getting a drive-through for speeding into the pit lane. Really need this water. This water's saving me. I can actually see Dakota off on the track. Dakota's really off the track. He's miles off the track. Hopefully he doesn't take anyone out, but I'm going to have a little look. Let's see what happened to Dakota just then. That was really unfortunate. Looked like potentially made a mistake going into the faster right-hander, but maybe Manry isn't getting out of the way. Does he collide with Manry, potentially? Or does he just get... Oh, he just gets a bit loose and then he hits the wall. Really unfortunate for Dakota. You could say Manry has actually... Oh, is there a big crash? There is! I can actually see a couple of drivers off on turn 1, blocking the road. I think that is the teammates of Flo and Badu. We'll have a little look to see what happened to those guys. Not a great... Look at this. Look how so many. Oh, that's really unfortunate. That is really unfortunate. I think he's just been clipped by his teammate. He has. That is really unfortunate. Both teammates going off. Rule 1 of what's it called? Driving. Rule 1 of racing is not to hit your teammate, and Flo unfortunately have broken that rule. There is another car off in front. I would like to see who that is. It's Gold Ginger, but even so, what does this mean for the strategy? You can see everyone's peeling into the pits now. This almost P16's been lapped, but T-Ball in the pits, Sixter in the pits. Multigoat's probably going to be thinking, I might pit. Yeah, completely, what's it called? Flo has a drive-through for his, wrong team. Did I not say Toyota? What did I say? Yeah, but even so, everyone's boxing now. Actually, Pitts stayed out. And he, unfortunately, I think has actually passed the... Unfortunately, wait 2 seconds.
Bro, I could
wait for the safety car.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't even see him. My bad.
Since it's safety car time, so Mr. T-Ball and Sixter, how has the racing been so far? Get a little bit of an interview going, mid-race interview. You nearly took each other out.
You, Jacob.
No, Dakota, no, you don't get to talk after that race. All right. And obviously, T-Ball nearly taking you out, Sixter. Very close collision between you guys, but the racing's been really good for the first 20 laps. How have you found the tyres and everything going so far?
Oh, yeah, it's been splendid, bro.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much. I won't ask, Steve. I won't ask. Yeah.
Bro, I don't know if it was my fault, but it looked like he fucking moved on the braking.
I'm not sure, but either way, boys, have a great rest of your race. I will join back in the interview.
Yo, stream.
What no teammate doing? Yeah, I don't know. That's really unfortunate, man. I mean, I said McLaren's taking out. Yeah. So we'll wait until everyone can unnap themselves. This is really, this is a bit of a. Why is Pids letting through? Oh, I think Pids didn't realise that he overtook the two people. We'll have a look. See if Lelouch can unlap himself. He can. Very well done. Very clean and very well done from Lelouch. And we'll have a look at all these drivers unlapping themselves, giving themselves a new chance. But it has given a lot of these drivers, especially the man, the myth, the legend, not Tyler, has been, given another chance to potentially get a thing. Give me 2 seconds. Badu, you need to unlap yourself, dog.
Huh?
You need to unlap yourself, Badu.
Ah, cool.
Yeah. You can unlap yourself, Manry.
Okay, perfect.
Alright. Sorry about that, boys. Had to explain the rules to people. Didn't think I'd have to do that, but I didn't want any issues happening. I didn't want the safety car to be out longer than it needed to be. Oh, God. I'm going to quickly grab some water. I will be 2 seconds. Alright. I am back. Can we unlap? Yes, you can, Flo. You need to unlap. Where are you, Flo? Do it on the main straight, Flo. It's the easiest and safest way of doing it. Go on the right side. Oh man, I really needed that water, but this is going to get really, really spicy, especially for these drivers. Have a little look on board with the man, the myth, the legend, Yanelko in the safety car. Don't know what it is to. I don't know what Adam Galaxy usually does, but cannot seem to. Here we go. There we go. Beautiful, beautiful. I don't have the music. This is the worst part of compared to mine and Adam's. Not my commentary. It's good, my commentary, but the music. I think I can see off the track, taking a little bit of a detour. But either way, you're doing a very, very good job. We always love our people that help us out throughout these races. Shout out to Tyler27 and. Yanelko. There's a lot more people in the background who help us out, so thank you very much to everyone. And good luck to everyone that's doing the 24 hours of Nürburgring. I've heard a lot of people are going to be doing that, including our mainstream Adam Galaxy is doing the 24 hours of Nürburgring. Yanelko is off the track again. T-Ball's probably not that impressed, but he's probably funny, a little bit funny. I'd hope so anyway. So, gentlemen, just a quick thing in the chat. Who is your prediction for the race win at this moment? Around about halfway through the race. Yep. Yep. Some out of the. Yep. Tyler. Okay. Yep. Everyone's loving a bit of Tyler today. Yeah, I completely understand. He's a luscious man. Tyler can did it. Yeah. We'll have a little ride along with Badu. He's obviously got really unfortunate for what's it called. For some reason, Mr. Not Tyler, it says you're a possible ban evader. I don't know if you know why. It's very weird. It shows me as like a warning. Have you been banned on Twitch before? Yeah, you, yeah. Yeah, probably. Yeah. Well, boys, boys. So we'll have a little ride along with the main man himself, T-Ball, T-Ballerson from the United States. Our best American driver, probably the best F1 American driver ever. All right, that's not really much of a, you know, apart from maybe Andretti, but I don't know. T-Ball's up there, man. T-Ball is up there. We'll have a little ride along with T-Ball. Going to see if he can make a decent start. We will switch to not Tyler on the main straight to see how he's doing. But Spider Monkey in P4, Multigoat P5, not Tyler the Goat in P6. He's warming up his tyres, but we will have a look at the front to see when T-Ball goes. I'm sure there isn't much, there isn't much communication, but it does look like there's a lot of communication, honestly. 6 and T-Ball have gone very, very well. Going to watch out for cold tyres. Sixter and T-Ball have absolutely legged it off of this one. Link of NABS, yes, I will link you NABS, but after we watch this one, we'll have a little look because the man, the myth, the legend, Multigo is. I thought it was not Tyler, but even so, Multigo might be making a move here. He does back out of it. Very, very well done. Timis has ended up getting past, not Tyler. This is a real lifeline for a race. I think Timis really needs to dispatch Multigo sooner than later because I think he's the only driver. He's the only driver that at this moment. Has anything to give in Timis. Timis potentially with a cut there, but he's not really going to slow down hugely. Multigoat really putting up a very good defense, really fast through these corners. You can see how much he's setting it up compared to Timis. Timis maybe a bit too tight on those corners. Actually, Multigoat's really catapulted his way miles past Timis. Multigoat a little bit wide on that one, but as it stands, Pids could be looking at his first ever podium in NABS F1 Friday. An amazing achievement from him, but it's a long, long, long race to go. We will actually hang about. We'll have a look at this little train we've got at the back. There's a bit of a class difference of Dras and the other ones. You can see that massive gap. It's almost the full straight. I will get you that link to the server really quick. So never generate. Copy, and there we go, gentlemen. There is a link to my Discord server. Well, not my Discord server, but the NABS Discord server. I am one of the founders, but even so, we will have a look at what these drivers are doing. Badu seems like he's made his way up to P19, so for you, the Badu enjoyer, we will be watching to see what Badu can do. Someone off in the gravel, a little bit further up front. It might have been Lelouch, could have been Flo. It might be Dras, unfortunately losing more positions. Maybe that cork in the bottle has actually been opened now. But we'll have a look through here. Gabriel Grossi making a move on Kranz. Can he make it stick? He can't. Oh, so close. And there's Daniel J right behind as well. Daniel J moving to the right, moving to the left. Daniel J all over the shop. But is he going to be able to make a double move here? Does he go to the inside? It's 3 wide going to turn 1. Gabriel Grossi, very, very well done. Pulls out of that move. But Daniel J going up the inside. Is he going to be able to make this move done? He does. 2 into 1. What a fantastic move. Dedicated move from them. Very, very good move. Oh, I see someone off. I think Lelouch might be off on the track. I think... Yeah, Lelouch is off the track. Really unfortunate because Lelouch was up to P11, if you guys remember. What a move, exactly. Bravery. Yeah, that is a brave move. Complete trust in Grossi pulling out there. Kranz, I know, as a person, would not pull out there. So it's very much do or die. Great move from those drivers. But here is the real fight. Takoda and not Tyler. As we see, potentially a fight for P4 now. I think Pids just made a bit of a runaway, but Spider Monkey might be a bit of a cork in the bottle. Is Multigo going to be able to go around the outside? He loses a bit of momentum. Spider Monkey, is he going to fight this one? He is going to fight it. It's so close. Amazing defense from Multigoat going into these corners. Timis all over the back of Multigoat now. This will be saying is that Timis needs to dispatch Multigoat, otherwise it's going to really get tough. Replay it, gang. Not at the moment. I'm going to watch this fight. This is a really interesting fight at the moment. But in Timis getting a little bit wary, unfortunately. But we'll have a look to see these guys. Yeah. we have Duck in P11. Both the Lotus boys doing very, very well. As I said, probably the most cohesive team. Very much so, Joe Milan. Duck with the most cohesive, Duck and Niche with the closest team on paper, apart from maybe McLaren, who are storming away with this one. Oh man, I really need that water. I don't know how Adam does it. Don't know. But same with BMW, looking at potentially a top 10 for both. We will look at that replay. Was it the Badu replay you wanted to see? Multico overtook Spider Monkey. Oh god, did I miss that? I missed that, didn't I? Alright. Oh, Timmets nearly hitting the back of Spider Monkey, but Spider Monkey potentially dropping like a brick now. Yeah, Spider Monkey has definitely what's it called? Oh, Daniel move. Okay, yeah. We'll have to have a look at that one. But at the moment, just missed a instant. This is why I don't like going replays. But unfortunate that we missed that one. We have Niche right behind Vibofson now, potentially looking at a top 9 finish. Niche looking really, really impressive. Oh, Niche's only just moved to wheel a few months ago. Yeah, it's very unfortunate that we'll have to have a look at replay to see how he lost that position, because that was a titanic battle between them. Here we see Dakota. I think Daniel J. Sorry, not Tyler. I think just knows that. I think he knows he just needs to live a day. But we'll have a look at that move really quick. Have a look at it from this onboard through the middle, only just not touching Gabriel Grossi. That was so incredibly close. We'll have to have a look at it from Gabriel Grossi's POV. Look how close that is. Absolutely mentally close. Tyler whiffing right now. What does that even mean? I don't know what that means. But everyone's spread out a little bit more. But here we see this is the what? Wait, what happened to Niche? God damn! I'm not going to go on any more replays because every time I go on a replay, something's happened. Okay, there's too many replays. But either way, Niche down in P11, but Duck, the other Lotus. Vibe Officer thought, oh well, I got rid of Niche. Oh bloody hell! There's another Lotus behind me. So yeah, very, very good. It definitely is a overtake of the day. Another really, really good overtake is Mr. Vibos going to try and hang out around the outside. He does go off the track, so he's going to have to do it. Kranz, the first driver of the race to get a cut penalty for cutting the track. Really unfortunate for Kranz, but he can definitely make it back from that. We'll have a look to see if anyone else is fighting. I think Multigo is right behind Pids. This is the battle that we had previously for P3. I can imagine Pids is what's it called? It's not surprising, but either way, disappointing for Kranz. Multigoat and Pids, another fight for P3. It's going to be super, super close between these guys. I think Sixter might have made a mistake because he is actually 3 seconds behind T-Ball. Maybe he just lost it over time. Either way, T-Ball running away with the win at the moment. There is 27 laps to go, so we are more than halfway through this race. And you got to think with Pids at this point, do you know that you can keep up Multigo for 27 laps? Or do you think, maybe I'll live another day, maybe I'll get an undercut, maybe I'll think about something else? Because you've got to think Pids didn't box under the safety car. That's why he's in front of Multigo at this point. He's got to be thinking if he can take these tyres, or he's going to have to do another stop potentially. That might be another issue. Dakota cooked himself again. That's very unfortunate. Now Dakota is also in this fight. We'll see if Dakota can make it back. But I would like to say my teammate at the moment, Timis, is back in P5. And Ducks made a mistake. These Lotus boys were such on a good roll, and now they're back into P10 and P11. I think actually Duck is down P13. Daniel J with the drifts. It's amazing, but I will say an amazing recovery from Stephen H. Cheese, who has just got Daniel J teleported in front of him, I think. It's very unfortunate, but he could have teleported behind him. That might be what happened. But I'm hoping that Steve can get through this incident. I don't think you were supposed to make a turn like that. No, that's not very optimal. We will have a look at see what Niche is doing in P10. So Duck is now down to P13. Vibe Officer P9. Takoda with after that mistake. I'm not going to look at the mistake, but I do. What's it called? I do trust you. Definitely faster than the normal way. I mean, you know, you see it in Need for Speed. It's got to be fast at some point. But is this going to be the straight where Takoda overtakes one of the goats of this race? Starting really low down. Nemis no time to much. Yeah, honestly, he get his face plastered on, but Takoda looks like it's potentially going to be an easy pass, but he's going to have to make it on the really fast corners. Not Tyler, doesn't really make an effort, but completely understandable. Is actually not Tyler going to make a move on the outside? He isn't, but oh, he's so close to hitting him. He's so close to hitting the back of Takoda. Really good job from not Tyler to avoid hitting Takoda, but that looked inevitable, that move. Might do that in the future, Joe Malone. Might be possible. Gotta love a bit of NABS merch. Yeah. So we'll have a little look around. So I think there is a really good battle for... Motoka's actually got behind Timis now. Timis has actually overtaken Maltagoat for P5. I think that's probably more of a mistake from Maltagoat again, or potentially made a very slight mistake and then Timis capitalised on it. But Timis looking like he's on for potentially a podium after getting taken out at turn 1 and then getting taken out again by Kranz. Really unfortunate incident for him. We'll have a little look. Oh man, that is the last of my water. I'm really needing it. You know what, I'll make a promise. I'll make a promise. In a year and a half's time, when we hit 5 years old, I'll make merch. I'll make NABS merch, and I'll give it to every. I'll give it to 10 OG members. What's it called? For free. That's a promise. Because I know someone who can do it really cheap. It's not a sweatshop worker. I'll be honest. All right, so we work. Oh my God, Maltago has actually made a pit stop right before the safety cars come out. So Maltago could be potentially in a very good position. Then again, I think they didn't catch the safety car. So Intimis and Pids will be able to box, and I think Maltago won't. Nah, not Tyler much is where it's at exactly. We'll make a special edition not Tyler merch as well. You know, a NABS X not Tyler. Why are you not driving? Because Adam Galaxy's not streaming today, so I thought I'd bring myself out of commentary retirement and do a little bit of little commentary. Yeah. How are you doing today, Sammy? We're just under safety car conditions now, so at the moment, actually, before I respond back to you, once everyone's caught up, we will go through the lineup. Flo has been caught for FC Delta again. You need to keep under your Delta correct. Everyone's fighting who's the biggest fan of not Tyler. Yeah, little fangirls. Let's see if Pids makes a pit stop. He has to, right? You know, this could be the last pit stop of the race. I doubt it, because I think these tyres are clearly showing they can't make that long of a distance. But at the same time, it could be an option to go a one stop to the end. So it could be a hypersoft or a supersoft, or just go on the softs and then I'm a jump. You're what? You're a jump? You're a chump. No, that was very rude. I'm sorry. But we'll have a look and see if Maltago does actually manage to get past these guys. Potentially he might do, but I don't think he will. Yeah, I don't think he is going to. Maltago coming down the main straight. No, Maltago has to stay behind now. So Maltago still in P5. Not a bad. What's it called? Not a bad result from for him so far. You know, obviously he's really wanting that double podium, but either way is looking very, very competitive. So congrats to him. But the race is not over yet, so I don't know why I'm saying congrats to him. Either way, we will have a look on with once everyone's caught up to the ping, we'll have a little rundown of the. But can you not dox people in my chat, please? Yeah, unless it's Sammy, then I don't mind. Yeah, you gotta have a little bit of fun. You know what I mean? It's. I'm joking. For clarity's sake, I'm joking. Don't. Oh yeah, true, Sammy. Why didn't you race this race, man? It's your home race. You could have won this one, Sammy. I'm not racing. Daniel J has been disqualified from race direction. I'm not sure why. I think he potentially didn't take his drive-through or something. Very, very strange. I'm on the race. Yeah, fair enough. Are you doing the 24 hours of what's it called? I don't actually know. I will have a little chat. Hello, Mr. Daniel J. You are on stream at the moment. I just wanted to have a little fill-in of why you got DSQ'd. What ended up happening?
I know why I got disqualified, but I don't know why. Because, yeah, it's random completely, so nothing I can do about it.
What do you mean, what's random?
Internet issues.
Ah, so you got disqualified for internet issues?
Yep.
Oh, by who?
By who? I don't know.
Tyler 27.
Steven, yeah.
Oh, Steven.
No,
Okay.
Steven told me.
Okay, no, fair enough.
Fair enough.
So, Steven.
Yeah, no, fair enough. Well, there you go. Yeah, unfortunately, because of internet issue, he did get DSQ'd. Not sure why he got DSQ'd, but either way. But now, since we have everyone who's lined up, we will run down the grid. So we have Tibor in P1, Sixter in P2. They've been top to tail every single lap. Yeah, very unfortunate. Pidst in P3, Timis in P4, Multigoat P5, Spider Monkey in P6, Takoda P7. As much as he's had very much bad luck, he's very much still on the pace. Not Tyler the Man, Myth, Legend in P8, Niche P9, Vibe Officer P10, Stephen H. Cheese in P11, Duck in P12, Kranz with that drive-through earlier still in P13, not sure if he's taken it or not. Gabriel Grossi in P14, Badu the Man is in P15, a very good result looking like for him. Dras P16, Gold Ginger P17, Manri Cespedes in P18, Zoronic in P19, Lelouch P20, and then we have Flo, who is still lapped, I'm pretty sure. Flo will have to unlap himself. Then we have Andrew trying to catch up to the back of the pack. I will just check if Flo is still lapped. He is, so Flo will have to get past on the main straight. Safety car's not coming in yet, so he will have the opportunity to unlap himself, very thankfully. Yeah, I think so as well. I think very much so. And Flo is going to go past. Hopefully people don't take him out. There you go. Flo has officially unlapped himself, so very much well done from him. Keeping it consistent enough that he's not put himself out of the fight. We do have Andrew just shimmying up to the back of the pack. Andrew, absolutely lovely guy in the Fiat in P20, looking for potentially some really good points for Fiat. No chicken. What do you mean no chicken? What do you mean no chicken? I don't know what that means. Chicken? What the hell are you talking about? What the hell are you even talking? Oh, chicane. Yes. No chicane. We did try the chicane version, but the exit, it's super tight, so you can't even go side by side, especially in the F1 cars. They're just too wide. We did test it and we did really evaluate it, but it wasn't available. But safety car is in this lap, so Flo might not catch up to the back of the pack, but he will be on the lead lap, which is very good. Yanelko will be left to go 20 laps. Yeah, it would be even. It's like Monza, but like 10 times tighter. Like that's not it's not a good thing, man. So we have T-Ball taking the race away. I think Flo probably won't get onto the back of the pack by the time T-Ball goes, but he'll be very close. He'll be around a sector behind, which is not bad at all. So we'll have a little look. You've got to think again. Clearly from the last safety car, T-Ball told Sixter when he was going to go. Completely fair tactics. You know, they both want to... will the safety car ever overtake? They have gone, as you can see. T-Ball and Sixter went instantly at the same time. Even, I would actually say Sixter went before T-Ball. So, very much, what's it called? Let Emery commentate. She is on my bed at the moment, over in the corner. She has already attacked me once for not... letting me on her desk, but Multigoat all over the back of Intimis now. Is Multigoat going to potentially go for a move? He backed out a little bit, but maybe backed out a bit too much for Intimis. Pids making a really good charge to the top two. Intimis and Multigoat are the only people that, in theory, could be, I think, the top two at the moment. Pids might be a bit of a cork in the bottle. We have Spider Monkey behind. Dakota still in P7. Seems like a very clean way through. I think Duck got overtaken by Stephen H. Cheese in the top 10 now. Stephen H. Cheese, a very good comeback from him. An amazing comeback from him. Oh, I see someone lagging in front. I think that might be Spider Monkey lagged into Dakota. Very unfortunate for him. We will see on board. Have a little look at these drivers. Kranz in P12, very good from Kranz. Very good recovery. You know, Kranz gave up in the first race. Drive-through not taken for Kranz, so he is DSQ'd, unfortunately. So I'm not sure why he didn't take his drive-through on that lap. Very disappointing from him. It hasn't actually DSQ'd him yet, but Gabriel Grossi off the road. Doesn't seem to, didn't seem to affect Kranz, which is very strange. I will just have a little chat with Kranz to see what happened. Where is Kranz? Kranz, what? It says you're DSQ'd for not taking your drive-through?
Yeah, because the drive-through is not fucking right.
What do you mean? Hey, don't swear, man. I'm on stream, dog. Just chill. I'm trying to sort it for you, bro. Like, just chill, man.
Half the track limits I did, there weren't track limits, so...
But I mean, that's not the track limits are the track limits. So do take the drive-through.
Yeah, but if they're shit, what?
Okay. Well, unfortunately, Kranz is cutting the track and thinking it's not a cut, but everyone else is managing to do it properly. So Kranz is Kranz is unfortunately out of this race for doing that. He will get disqualified after the race, but yeah, his usual Kranz things, unfortunately. But what a great move from Stephen H. Cheese around the outside of Not Tyler. Kranz has taken his penalty now. I'm not sure how he was able to do that, but even so, very good move. And Niche all over the back of Not Tyler. Maybe got a bit of dirty air out the back and then went a bit wide, but we're right along back with the fight for P3. We'll see how it ends up going. Yeah. Yes, we will see how this goes. Tim, it's not really close enough. Honestly, Pidst is on an absolute storm at the moment, moving really well in P3, holding up in Timis really well for that for that team. You know, I think Pidst is proven to be a tier 1 driver at this point. I think he's so consistent. I think that's what you really need to focus on Pidst's game, is that he's so clean when it comes to keeping it on the track, even though he just went off the track. But even so, very good racing from them. He's managed to hold up the two fastest, I would say, quali drivers in the race. You know, maybe not the race pace overall, but Intimis and Multigo are finding it really hard to get past Pidst at the moment. So you've got to give him props for that. I can see someone off in the background. I think it was P14, dropping down to P15 now. now, but Dakota has got finally past Spider Monkey. Stephen H. Cheese up to P8. Very well done from him. Not Tyler in P9. Still a really, really respectable drive from Not Tyler. Is Niche going to be able to take this top 10 away? And then he's got his teammate right behind him as well. So is Niche going to be able to go up the inside? Is he going to go up the inside? Not Tyler defends really well on the brakes. Look at that. Amazing managing to stop. I need to deafen myself. Sorry, I need to turn my thing on because you probably hear my Discord. Apologies for that. No to P13. Yes, No is in P13 now. He's looking all over the back of Duck. Duck, I think, has made a mistake. No, up to P12 now. Great race from him so far. An absolutely stunning drive from the original reserve driver. Now a Toyota driver pulling into really getting comfortable with these. Very lovely guy to join us now officially on the grid. Duck wanting that position back, potentially made a mistake on these tyres, or it could be that Duck hasn't actually made a pit stop early enough at the moment. We will ride along with these guys at the moment, but we're going to have another look at these guys to see if anyone's close enough. Pid's still managing to hold up Multigo and Intimis. You know, you've got to think if Pid's even holds on to P5 at this point, I think it's got to be driver of the day. I think he's absolutely phenomenal at the moment. I haven't seen a drive from Pidst in a long time. He's driving like he knows he wants it. You know, he's driving like he wants to get this P3. You know, he's never got a podium before. And Timis looking for a bit of a move, but actually backing out. He's been really patient at the moment, so really good job from Timis. You know, Timis knows that if he makes no mistakes, potentially Pidst is going to make a mistake, and then he gets past. He gets a free move off of that. So it's a battle of who makes the mistake first, really, and Timis is a little bit off the road a tiny bit, so potentially not going to be close enough for this one here. Pids, again, really nicely done through there. Dakota now is also catching up to the back of them. We'll have a little look at Niche and Not Tyler to see if Niche can finally make this move into P9. It was Duck, sorry, his teammate. Another Lotus. Is Niche going to go side by side into this corners? I think he's going to wait, but he's going to have a look at the inside. He's going to have a look at the outside. Not Tyler, not giving it up easily. And Niche really late on the brakes. Is he going to be able to stop it? He isn't going to be able to stop it. He's across onto the track. Not Tyler, forcing a mistake out of Niche. Did No pit, or what happened to him? I don't know what happened to No. I'll have a little look to see what happened to No. No is in P14 at the moment, so I think he might have had a little incident. We'll have a look at the end. But either way, here Timis maybe is actually close enough. He's got a good enough. He's got a good enough last corner. But you can just see Pidst is so good through that last corner. He's getting such a launch out of it that actually Timis is just not able to get any kind of slipstream. You can see he's almost 5/10 in front of him. It's impossible to overtake Pidst for this P3 at the moment. You've got to think it's out. He must be absolutely hating to see Pidst's this rear panel at this point. And you also got to think Dakota's catching up as well. Pidst is a bit of a cork in the bottle. But at the same time, and Pidst might have made a mistake here because Timis was all over the back of Pidst. Timis got to know that he can't make a move there. He's not alongside enough. Timis still behind Pidst, and now Multigo, I think, got a slow down from the track cuts. Really unfortunate for him, but clearly showing that you can get rid of the track cuts if you just slow down, which other drivers didn't unfortunately do. We'll have a look at any other drivers. Stephen H. Cheese hunting down for P7. Meow, Sammy, thank you, bro. I don't know why I meowed at you. But either way, Manri, his last what's it called? Last Lamborghini on the track at the moment. Manri, a little bit of a mistake trying to catch up to Niche. Duck in P12. Badu back into P13, looking right behind what's it called? Yeah. Yeah. Badu looking at the back of Duck at the moment. Maybe Duck is on these red tyres, which are the super softs. Potentially they aren't the best, but we'll have a look to see where everyone else is. Drass in P16, very well done from him. Vibe Officer probably wants you to be a little bit higher up, but Andrew in the points positions at the moment. Zoronic making a pit stop. Gold Ginger in P21. we'll have a look on board. So Lelouch is letting these people pass. Very well done from him. We have seeing Pids seems to be lagging a tiny bit, unfortunately. I'm not sure what's happening to Pids' internet, but Intimis has actually got past Pids now. Pids' internet is going a bit crazy at the moment. Is he going to be able to get past Intimis? It seems like Pids is running some different rear wing or some interesting setup, because Pids has so much top speed at the moment. Is he going to be able to make this move into turn 1? Intimis is going to fight it. They do make contact. Intimis is around. Pids is around. Takoda's been hit. Is Intimis on the track? He is on the track. Montego. Intimis has made a mistake. Montego is into the podium. Montego having to slow down. What has happened here? Is there a safety car? I can't tell. Is there a safety car? I think there is a safety car. I'm not sure why I haven't got that. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. But big crash. We're going to have a look at that on the replay. You know, I think that looks like Pids might have just overcooked the corner. And what's it called? Pids just obviously making a mistake on that corner. Tibbetts managing to manage it that really well and just keeping his position when the safety car, I think, came out. Montego giving the position back very rightly. But you got to think Pids is, unfortunately, I am replaying it. Timmy's mistake. Interesting. I will have a look at that again with no bias. We'll have a look. Timmis, I think, does leave enough space. I will say. Timmis does leave enough space. Very nice. Okay, well. Either way, Pids back in P3 now somehow. I think he might have not made a pit stop. I think he knows that maybe he can go to the end. Pids hasn't made a pit stop at this moment. Saw a ghost. Yeah, unfortunately, Grossi is not in P2. But Takoda's now behind Steve. I think Steve maybe not boxed. Oh, Steve has. I think everyone's boxed apart from Pids. So somehow, I think it was when Takoda crashed. I think. I can't right now, Sammy, but I will. Actually, I will have a look. Let me have a look. Okay, thanks for the clip, bro. Oh, good. Thank you, bro. I didn't really say that. So there is a safety car now out, so everyone can unlap themselves. This, you got to think, is potentially the last safety car at this point. Where is the safety car? That is a good question. I think the safety car is in the pit. Is this a virtual safety car or is this a full safety car? I can't actually tell. I cannot tell right now. I'm assuming it's a safety car. Wait, give me 2 seconds. Hello, Mr. Yanelko. Is it a safety car?
Yeah, it is.
Nice.
T-ball, T-ball or Pids is real. Fuck.
Okay,
yeah,
no worries.
Yeah,
Alright, so I think T-Boy is doing the safety car, because there is no safety car on track, unfortunately, at the moment. I guess you got full pits. Yeah, I think that might have been the issue that I had. Is what's it called? I got DSQ'd because of the mandatory pit stop thing. So Andrew in P17 at the moment. We'll have a little look. Alright, just thought I'd put that message out. Yeah, I think it's the same thing, what's it called? I think it's the same thing I had is, what's it called? The issue is that we have the thing set wrong, so we got disqualified for not changing our tyres. but either way, we'll have a little rundown of the order now. So we have T-Ball in P1, Sixter in P2, Timis in P3, great job recovery from him. Multigo in P4, Spider Monkey P5, Stephen H. Cheese in P6, Dakota P7, Not Tyler in P8. What happened to Pidged? Not sure what's happened to Pidged. Pidged seems to be in P18 now. I'm not really sure why. I don't know if it is or not, unfortunately. I can't tell you that information because I don't have it showing up on mine because I think I DSQ'd. So I don't think it is. No one's going. So, yeah, I think no. We're just going to relog real quick. I will just rejoin the server. Excuse me for a second, gentlemen. I'll just quickly look this over here. I think it might still have me disqualified, but even so, it's better this way. Ah, there you go. I can see this stuff now. Nice. All right, perfect. So I think Seitkai is in this lap now. So T-Ball will take it away at the end of this. This thing. So again, we have Multigoat, Spider Monkey, Stephen H. Cheese, Dakota. So the Ferrari boys, a great recovery from them. Not Tyler in P8, Niche P9, Manri P10. This is Duck P11. Badu, the goat, in P12. Flo, P13, great comeback from him, but could potentially have a overhanging penalty for the contact with Badu. Hopefully, since they're next to each other, they don't crash into each other again. Gabriel Grossi in P14, Dras, P15, Vibe Officer, P16, Andrew, P17, Pids, now in P18, but he is on the thing. I will, unfortunately, it seems to have reset my my lap times, sorry, my laps, so I do apologise for that. There is 8 laps left of the race. It really sucks that that's... let me see if I can get like a... Alright, we'll ride along with T-Ball. T-Ball and Sixter have gone. And Timis a little bit lacking, but not too bad. Multigo all over the back of Timis. Let's see who gets the best result. Who gets the best launch out of this lap. Last one. Spider Monkey all over the back of Multigo. Multigo might be under pressure here from Spider Monkey. Stephen H. Cheese now in P6. Is Spider Monkey going to make a move? He's got Timis to think about in front of him. Timis defending. Spider Monkey down the inside. Multigo's gone wide. Is he going to be able to keep it there? He's gone over off the track. Multigo having to slow down. He's now in P7. He's been overtaken by Dakota and Steve. Really unfortunate for Multigo that start, but he's also under pressure now from Not Tyler in P8. Is he going to make a move into the fast right-hander? He isn't. But even so, really good from Not Tyler to get back and defend his position. Manri all the way up into P9 now. We have Niche in P10. This is real skirmish at the moment. P11 is Duck, so both the Lotus boys right next to each other. Hopefully they don't take each other out. But even so, Badu looking like he wants to get a P10 here. He's Duck's really defending to the inside, potentially an illegal defense, but even so holds on to it. Very well done. Gabriel Grossi, really well done, stepping in for the Tier 1 driver in the Porsche in P13. Dras in P14. Great recovery from him. Maybe just figuring out the race throughout the race and the practice that he did previously, not having much practice on this track, but a track that he loves nonetheless. Again, there's a big gap, and Pidst is on a storming. He's on the Hypersofts. He's on the best tyres of anyone at the moment. You got to think Pidst is going to be an absolute rocket. He's already gained 3-4 positions. He's a little bit all over the curb. Is that Vibe Officer going to get back through? Is Vibe Officer going to be able to keep with Pids? Is Pids going to be able to keep alongside? Vibe Officer gets past. Maybe a mistake that Pids has made. Maybe he's getting too eager. But we'll ride along with Timis. Timis looking like he wants to get this win. He's so close. I don't know if he can go to the end of these tyres. The Hypersofts need to last 7 laps. The race will end on lap 9 for everyone that is just joining at the top left. Once it goes to lap 9, that is the end of the race for these people. Is Timis close enough to attack T-Ball? T-Ball actually in P2 now. Sixter jumping T-Ball. So the faster driver potentially behind. So this could be not that great for the McLaren boys, but also could be really good to secure this P2, P1, because they could be helping each other very, very much. Fastest lap from Gold Ginger in P20. Not a great lap from him. Pidston and Vibe Officer seems like they're going back and forth still. They're now in P14. Thank you very much for the follow. I think I actually have hit my follower goal of 140 followers. I am so thankful for every one of you. I'm so happy that you guys are enjoying the stream at the moment. We're going to have a little look on Pids is the most interesting person on track at the moment. But Vibe Officer, the same as what Pids was doing, to the top 5, he just can't get past him. No matter if you have the pace or you have the tyres, Pids is just finding it really difficult to get a good enough exit out of the last corner to be able to make a move, because that is where it is. Vibel's a little bit wide, so this could potentially open the door for Pids. We know how good Pids is through this last corner. He seems like he is in the slipstream. Timis has dropped off, so Timis potentially has made a mistake. We'll have a little look on with Pids if we can. Pids has got past Vibe Officer now. Pids making a great move into P13. Badu in P11, only just behind Niche at the moment. So you could be You could be really on the money with Badu. Getting all over the back of Niche for P10, a first top 10 for Badu, and I think actually a first top 10 for many of these drivers who are in the top 10 at the moment. Everyone looking like they're on similar tyres. But Niche slowly pulling away, and actually Niche is going to potentially make a move into the last 2 corners on Not Tyler. He is going to show the inside. He's going to show his nose to the inside of the corner, but he's going to wait. He knows on this main straight, just needs to get a good enough exit to get onto the back of Not Tyler. Not Tyler potentially not getting a good enough exit. The Niche, you can see he's clawing his way through that slipstream. He's getting close enough to be able to make a move there. As you can see, he's all over the shop. Niche moving left, right, but a little bit too many times he's moved. Multigoat now down in P8. I've just seen Dakota up into P5 and Steve up into P4. Absolutely fantastic recovery from these drivers. Steve is actually almost looking at a podium here. This could be the comeback of the century, no doubt. If Steve gets a podium here, this could be a race of the season from a driver. Steve coming from, I think, P20, P22 to nearly into P3. So close to top 3 at the moment. Does he have enough grit? Does he have enough power to get past him? Timis? Does Timis have enough consistency to get his first podium of the season? We'll have a look. Dakota maybe isn't going to battle his teammate. Maybe they've got a bit of a thing going on that actually, let's not fight each other. Let's try and get a P3, because if Steve gets in front of Timis, you know for a fact Steve's going to do everything to slow down Timis, so Dakota can get that P4. It could be very bad in this situation for Timis not having that support from another driver. We'll have a look. Spider Monkey now in P6. Manry all the way up to P7. Fantastic race from him. Multigo into P8. Not Tyler still in the top 10. Then we have Niche and Dark. The Lotuses still nose to tail. These guys are inseparable as much as the McLarens at the front. Sixter looking like he was actually falling off the pace compared to T-Ball in the midpoint of the race, but actually is nearly 2 seconds in front of T-Ball now in P1. Could we look at the 2026 champion getting his first win of the season in the 2007 season? Niche lunging up the inside with Not Tyler. So close. This is the last lap between the drivers. I think this is the last lap. I'm pretty sure between them. We'll have a look on, but T-Ball and Sixter really just like they're gone. They are checked out. Dakota has been unleashed, so potentially there could be 2 laps left on this race. Steve potentially knows that he doesn't have the pace to get into this. Maybe they got that Bottas Hamilton that if I can't get past this person, give me the position back, because he just knows that Steve doesn't have the pace to get into this, but Dakota might. we're looking at these tactical battles now on track. Sometimes you just gotta go for it. You gotta be a bit greedy. You gotta be a bit, you gotta be a bit what's it called? You gotta be selfish at some points. Well, have a look. Badu actually nearly all over the back of Duck at the moment. Badu having a great race in P12. We have Pidst. Pidst is, again, it does say Sixter has won the race, so we will ride along just to the end of this thing. Apologies to Sixter, but we will have his monologue and his thing. Badu's off the road. Is Pidst going to be able to get Badu on the line? He isn't. He has to slow down for it. Is Vibe Officer going to get past him? He isn't. So close at the end there. Was that so close? It looks like there was no gap between Intimis and thing, but you got to say this driver in P1, Sixter, absolutely phenomenal driver, an amazing drive from him. It looked like he got outpaced by his teammate, but actually he said after that safety car, no, I'm going to get back in there. I'm going to show him why I'm the champion in the 2026 season. I've won more races than T-Ball. I've won more seasons. I've won more championships than T-Ball. This is the Sixter we know and love, back on the top step of the podium. And T-Ball in P2 in a great 1-2 from McLaren. As you can see, they're driving around in tandem right next to each other. And Timis is maybe happy with his P3, but he's not happy that he's settled for P3 compared to the two people in front of him on the championship. But amazing drive from Timis, his first ever podium in no, I don't think I think he's had a podium actually before. Sorry, his first podium of this season. To Coda and Steve, I don't usually do this, but I will give the driver of the day to the Steve and to Coda. Oh no, I'm going to say I think Steve deserves it. I think Steve has been shafted a lot of the time for driver of the day, but this time no longer. He has completely deserved it. He's completely deserved this driver of the day, looking like he got taken out and then all the way down, coming back, yeah, amazing drive from all these drivers. My voice is completely gone. Not Tyler was a very good shout, but I think Steve, coming from where he came from, coming back from what he came from, I think completely deserves it. So yes, amazing job, Not Tyler. You were the fan favourite. You were looking really great. But either way, we will speak to our P3.
That's the confidence.
Hello, Timis. Absolutely amazing drive. I think we knew it was going to come at some point throughout this season that you were going to make that jump to a podium. You still had those moments very similarly in the past races where you get taken out very unfortunately, but at the same time, you did everything right at the end. You held on, however close it was, with Dakota and Steve breathing down your neck. A phenomenal race. How did that race go for you, and how happy are you to get your first podium of the season?
It was really good to finally get there. It's been a struggle in the past two races. Been with some unfortunate takeouts, as you mentioned, but it happened. It kind of happened again today with Kranz back down to P15, But we fought our way through. Got had a few safety cars which kind of helped me out a little bit. But yeah, we fought our way through, and it was really good fun. Didn't have much side to side racing. I had a bit with Yuso, but didn't leave me much space on the outside, so that didn't go great. But no, it was good, and it was good to be back on the podium. But I couldn't catch Siggy and T-Ball today. They were pretty stonking on the pace. They were very close with it as well. I think their fastest laps were 1,000th from each other, literally. So it did look pretty phenomenal of a battle between you guys. Obviously, sometimes you've got to be disappointed you didn't get a win, but I think the result that you showed that you could come back from a result and a incident that you had initially at the start of the race. As we said, we managed to catch the incident with Kranz. We managed to catch the incident on turn one, a completely freak accident that I think Pids went into the back of Dakota, who went into the side of Multigo, who went into the side of you. It was impossible to avoid that, but this is what racing's about: is being able to grow and build from that. And you did. You showed that is. How hard was it? The biggest thing for us through that race, how hard was it to overtake Pids? Because you knew that you were faster. We could clearly see that you were faster.
but actually it just looked like he got that little bit extra pace out of that last corner. How hard was that as a driver?
Yeah, it was really tough because Most is it's quite a kind of twisty, turny, tight track. It's it's not exactly the easiest place to overtake. It's not the hardest, but it's definitely not easy. And the track warnings were building up, and I didn't want to risk anything, and I didn't want to ruin my race even further. So but yeah, he really surprised me today with his pace. He was really quick. But yeah, I think for like a solid 7 or 8 laps, me, Multigoat and Pids were like 4 tenths apart. Like we just couldn't break the deadlock. But but yeah, it was just that last corner. He just got a consistently way better exit. I think I was building up throughout the lap to get close to him, but then he just got a way better exit out the final corner than me. So it was quite tough, but really well raced by Pids and Multigoat today.
Definitely. I think they got a little bit unlucky at the end of the race, obviously with how their races ended. I think Pids probably made the wrong decision making another pit stop.
I think he stayed out. He stayed out. He didn't pit when he could have, which is a bit silly. I don't know why he did that, but
no, it was a really, really tough result for some of those drivers, but you got to be happy with your podium, and I'm really glad to see you on the podium as well. So let's how are you feeling towards Bahrain as a track next week? Could be completely different from Most. Most is quite a slow but very high speed. It's got lots of slow speed corners, and then it's got lots of high speed straight, very high speed corners. How different do you think of a challenge Bahrain will be compared to Most?
I think for me personally, I think it's going to be a bit of a less of a challenge. Bahrain's a track that I've driven quite a bit, so Most I've never really driven before this week or past week and a half, so I'm kind of happy with my performance from that. But I'm very happy that we got Bahrain next, because I've done quite a few laps on that, and I think it will be, for me personally, less of a challenge. But I think it's a harder track to kind of get the grip of. It's obviously, with Most being such a short track, it's quite easy to get up there, but with Bahrain, it's quite a technical track with loads of, like, especially the turn, I think it's 9 or 10, the downhill kind of one. That's a really hard turn to get right consistently. So probably catch people out, but no, that's no, I'm really looking forward to commentating Bahrain as much as I want to race with my teammates. I'm so happy to see you. Leave me again.
I am, unfortunately, but it was so good to see you on the podium, and congratulations on your first podium of this season. Hopefully we can see you again next week or the week after. Maybe both. But either way, thank you very much, Timus. I will see you in a bit.
Keep him to VC10. Thank you.
No, mate. All right, so we will now grab the bibbles. Hello, Mr. Tybalt. Just jumping you in here for a interview. Obviously, you've got to be happy with the P2, but actually, are you disappointed that you got bested by Sixter? Because I think from our standpoint, it looked like you were really kind of eking that gap out to Sixter before the last safety car, and then I think maybe through a mistake or something we missed, you kind of got he got past, and then that was it. Sixter won the race. How difficult was that for you to know that you probably were the strongest driver on the race, but still finishing P2?
I mean, it doesn't bother me too much. I'm happy to see a 1-2 from McLaren, whether it's me winning or him. But yeah, I do think I could have won, and I maybe should have won if I didn't make last couple of mistakes. But also Siggy had really good pace the whole time. And then I think he was just a little bit stronger on the super softs as well, which we were on for the last stint. On the softs I was a little bit stronger, but it was a fun race, good race in Siggy, so yeah, it was fun.
No, I'm glad. I'm very, very glad. How does Bahrain suit you as a track for next race's calendar? Sorry, just give me 2 seconds. For next race, we have Bahrain. How different of a track are you going to approach that with compared to Most, if that makes sense?
Well, to be honest, I'm not as comfortable on Bahrain as I am around this track. But so I might have to do a little more practice. But usually I can figure out pretty much any track. So I'll do my best. I'm not expecting to do as well as I did here, but you never know what can happen. So
do you think like I was saying at the start of this race that Most is really easy to overtake? I think actually this this race without the DRS compared to the 2026 cars that we raced previously, how much of a different challenge was it when you didn't have that DRS aid? Because we saw so many battles up and down the grid that was deadlock. We had Pids in P3 who held up in Tibbis and Multigo, which you know how fast Tibbis and Multigo are, for nearly 10 laps. It was so hard to overtake. Obviously, it was only really you and Sigster out front, but how hard was it to how easy was it to defend compared to how hard was it to overtake?
Yeah, being in the lead around this track with these cars was a huge advantage, just because I felt like for those last couple corners you got just enough dirty air that you could eke out enough of a gap that you couldn't get overtaken. But so you had to rely on someone making a mistake to even get an overtake, so it was pretty impossible. But,
No, fair enough. Either way, obviously a fantastic result for you and McLaren. You guys are obviously cementing yourself very heavily at the front now compared to your title rivals. Obviously a great result from where Ferrari were. Obviously, Porsche really having one competitive driver is very difficult. But Ferrari, coming from Steve, who I would like to say obviously won the driver of the day, he came from nearly 23rd to the finishing position of 5th. He should have really got 4th, but I think Takoda got let past to see if he could have a go at Timmins. I don't know if they switched at the end. I'll have to have a look at the results, but with this lead of a gap on the constructors, how confident are you feeling going into the next few races?
I feel pretty confident for the constructors, but there's this one guy who's up ahead of me. He's going to be pretty hard to catch, I think. So we'll have to see how that goes. But I'm gonna do my best. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Well, I'm very much looking forward to watching you guys race next race. Hopefully, it's not just you and Siggy out front. Hopefully, we get a little bit of a dibble change up of P1, P2. But thank you very much for joining the interview. Congratulations on the P2, Tybalt.
Yep. Thanks, man. Cheers.
Yeah, thanks. Cheers. All right. Here we go. I never thought I'd say it, but thank you, Siggy, for joining. Congratulations on your win.
Never thought you'd say it. What's that mean?
I'm joking. Congratulations on your win. An amazing win. It looked like actually Tibor had the control of the race, but I think we might have missed it on the stream, but he must have made a mistake, and then from that last safety car, you just didn't look back. We saw you were eking out that gap lap after lap, and before we knew it, you'd won the race. How does that feel that, especially around this track, with what I was saying to other drivers is, with the 26 cars we raced this track, with the DRS, how easy it was to overtake. Compared to you and Tibor, obviously you weren't going at it full blown because you're teammates, but how hard was it for you to sit behind Tibor and not really have an opportunity to overtake?
Yeah, it was really tough because track limits were quite... I got quite a few track limits at the start. When I was in the lead, trying to keep Tibor behind. So then I was being really conservative. Any time that I went over track limits, I braked and then lost time to Tibor. But we were really similar on pace the entire race. And then you had to be really close, like less than almost 0.4 of a second or lower to get within a chance of overtaking. Tibor was very consistent for most of the race. And it was good. It was good racing.
I think that was what decided it. Really, was that you were both so incredibly consistent. But as I said, Tibble made that one mistake. The cars switched, and then that was it. That was it for both of your races, because you weren't really challenged by the drivers behind. We saw how difficult it was to overtake through Pids. Obviously, Pids is a top 5 driver, top 10 driver, but he held up the likes of Intimis and Multigoat for 10 laps on older tyres, simply because he got a better exit out the last corner. It looked so hard to overtake. So, did you feel like you were, as soon as you got past Tibor, did you feel like you were in sort of a bit of fresh air and not that much pressure?
Yeah, so I think I was a little bit more confident on the super soft, and then as soon as Tibor got that slightly worse exit onto the main straight, I had the run on him. And then I was like, I have to make this work now. And it was really close. I think I slightly tapped him. But it was all fair racing. It's always really good racing with Tibor. And then as soon as I was in fresh air, I knew he was almost at the end of his track cut, so I was like, I can push a bit now.
Yeah.
And then just stayed consistent.
Yeah.
At the end, so yeah.
No, fair enough. Well, congratulations on your first win this season.
Thank you.
How does the constructors and drivers look going into the next race? You know, with you and T-Ball getting the 1-2. Obviously, T-Ball's got a few more better results this season, but after this race, it shows how close you guys are, and it could potentially swing one way more than the other.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a really good season. If we're this close on pace, so far, then I think it's going to be some really good battles throughout the season. And then I think if me and little Tibley stay consistent with our results, we might be good for the constructors. But I know you and Timis are a strong pairing, so it'll be a tough fight with you guys as well. So it's exciting.
Yeah, it is very, very exciting. I loved watching every moment. But thank you very much for joining the interview, and congratulations on your P1. Looking forward to seeing you in Bahrain.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much. Cheers. Hello, Stephen H. Cheese.
Hello.
You have won Driver of the Day, finally. It only took a different streamer to give it to you. But I think it's undeniable, going from, I think it was P23 to P5 at the end. Should have been P4, but I think obviously you let Dakota pass to have a go at Timis.
I got a track limit.
Did you get a track? Okay, fair enough. Okay, we didn't catch that, but obviously an amazing race from you and Dakota. Obviously, the start looked an absolute chaos. That Pids hit the back of Dakota, and then Dakota got shunted off, and then I think you got collected. Yeah, you got collected by someone else. So, an amazing recovery from both you and Dakota. How hard was it? You know, we were just talking in the stream about Pids in P3 and Timis and Multigo getting held up for almost 10 laps behind Pids, even though we know how fast Pids is compared to Multigo and Timis. How hard was it for you to gain those position bats around this track?
Mate, my first stint, it was impossible. I watched it back, and to be honest, it was my fault that I crashed, and then I crashed like 2 more times because my tires were like 200 degrees. So for the whole stint, my super softs were dead.
Yes.
But after that, like, I just kind of started slowly crawling my positions back, and it was really slow. I mean, the first couple positions went fast, but you know, near the ending, it was pretty slow. But then some people made a small mistake on the pit stops on the last safety car.
Yeah.
And from that, I gained like 2 positions.
Yes.
And from there, I just kind of had to overtake Spider Monkey, and that was pretty much it.
Yeah. So it's a bit of like a grind back to those positions. You know, I think you know that you're confident with your pace. We talked obviously before the race, you were looking at potentially getting a podium. Didn't fruition that, but it was so close.
Pretty close.
You were incredibly close. You know, and I think you can be really happy and proud of where you finished. Even if you didn't give a position to Coda, even a P5 is fantastic end, and it still puts you guys, you know, you and Ferrari in the championship fight. Even if McLaren finished the 1-2. You know, how different, you know, we raced these cars in 2026. Did you race in 2026 Master? I can't remember.
I got a podium.
You did. How different of a race was this compared to that? Because from my experience, it looked so easy. It was so easy in the 26 cars because of the DRS compared to this one with the slipstream only. How hard was it to grind past those individual cars if you didn't get a good enough exit out of the last corner?
It was very sketchy to overtake. Like, because the straight isn't really straight.
Yes.
You kind of have to get a slipstream, and you have to slingshot past them, but you're also going through a turn at the same time. So it's like you almost crash with them, and then it just it usually goes right at the end, but you don't know if you're gonna survive or not.
Yeah.
So it's very hard to overtake this track, but it was fun.
Yes. Yeah. Well, what's it called? I'd just like to say congratulations on the driver of the day. Very well deserved. How much are you looking forward to Bahrain as a track compared to Most? It's such a different track. You know, it's a layout. As a layout, it's so different. How much are you looking forward to racing around there?
Well, I'm looking forward to racing more, but Bahrain personally is not one of my favorites.
Yep. Racing definitely. Bahrain, I don't know about that. Yes. Yeah.
But we will see.
Yeah, we definitely will. But yeah, thank you very much for joining the VC. I will move you back.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, congratulations on the driver of the day and the P5. Thanks very much.
All right.
All right, gentlemen. Is there anyone? What's it called? I don't think there's anyone else to interview at the moment. I will interview Mr. Not Tyler. Hello, Mr. Not Tyler. I thought I'd just interview you with all your fans in the chat. A bit of a disappointing race, but actually I think an overall positive race. I think you were quite negative about where you qualified, but actually the difference you made in the race comparatively to that, I think it was amazing to watch. I think if you'd held on to potentially a top 6 or a top 7, I think you would have probably got driver of the day. You did get top. You did get 7th, didn't you?
P9, I think.
Oh, it's P9. Okay, fair enough. Yeah.
As soon as Mannery got past me, I was like, yeah, I'm not keeping up with these boys.
Yeah.
Had a really hard battle with Niche from the last safety car to the finish, and just slowed me down too much. But it was a really, really fun race. I mean, top 10.
Yep.
Pretty good.
Yes. Yeah,
first top 10 of the season.
Yeah, how we were looking. I've talked to a lot of the front drivers. I've talked to the podium drivers, and then Steve, who finished P5. How hard was it to hold on to positions and also overtake compared to previous seasons where I think you raced in the 26 cars in around Most. How hard was it to overtake compared to that DRS era?
To be fair, Slipstream was kind of pretty powerful along the pit straight, but I think I had too high wings. I don't think I overtook a single person along the straight.
Yeah,
it was all down into the hairpin. In the first sector, but I know Dakota got past me along the pit straight.
Yes,
because he was running 0 rear wing.
But
no, it was pretty easy to battle. Like it wasn't too bad.
Yeah. No, completely. No, completely fair enough. But overall, it was a joy to watch you, and I think very much everyone enjoyed watching you in the stream. So thank you very much for.
Yes, I had some of my boys in here watching me.
Yes, you did. You definitely did. You had Not Tyler fan. I think Not Tyler biggest fan. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So. You very much had a lot of fans in the chat, but I'd just like to say thank you very much for racing. It was lovely to watch you guys racing. It was really enthralling to commentate for the first time of one of these Friday races. I'm going to be commentating for the next 2, so hopefully we see some more good performances out of you, Not Tyler.
I hope so.
Yeah. All right. Thank you very much.
For hosting, bro.
No. Anytime, man. Anytime. Thank you very much. I will. I'll move you back to the VC. But congratulations on the P9. All right, boys. So, obviously, what's it called? That guy was still called Stephen H. Cheese. I apologize for that. But overall, I'd just like to say a really, really big thank you to everyone that watched today. It was so lovely to commentate for you. It's not the first time in a while I've commentated. Obviously, I commentated last week on our special event, but for an F1 Friday, it's big boots to fill when Auto Galaxy isn't streaming. But I'm really glad to have commentated for you. Thank you, Manry. Thank you, Joe Milan. I really appreciate it. So I will be commentating for the next 2 rounds as Adam Galaxy is on holiday. So I hope you don't get bored of me for Bahrain and what's it called? I'm just going to show this. I think this is the calendar after. Maybe I'll show this until the calendar gets up, and then we can see what we have. Yes. Oh man, that is a tough one. That is that was a barn burner. That was a great race. I love this track so much. Congratulations to all the Czech drivers that managed to finish the race. Really lovely. I will take you through the results before. Is it showing the thing yet? Not yet. I will go through the calendar if it comes up next. Oh, it's still okay. I don't think I can show you the calendar at the moment, but even so, thank you very much for watching. The results of this race was Sixter P1, T-Ball P2, Tivis P3, Dakota P4, Steve P5, Spider Monkey P6, Manry up 13 positions in P7, Multigo P8, Not Tyler P9, Niche P10, Duck P11, Badu in P12, Pids P13, Vibe Officer P14, Zoronic P15, Dras P16, Lelouch P17, Andrew P18. Very, very well done from Andrew on his first points, I think, of the season. Flo P19, Gabriel Grossi P20, and Gold Ginger P21. And then we had DNF of Kranz, Daniel J, and Yuso and Hedy. But thank you very much, gentlemen. I hope you all have a fantastic evening and a fantastic weekend. Enjoy the carnage of Miami. Hopefully they'll get some rain on Sunday. Thank you very much, gentlemen, and hope you all have a great evening.